Imagine the complex systems that control our everyday lives. And then think again. Billions of microbes, too small to be seen by the naked eye, exert the greatest influence on our health and well-being. More vast than any other ecosystem, the world of microbes largely remains a mystery. At the University of Wisconsin-Madison Department of Bacteriology, scientists strive to discover the inner workings of this unseen world. They want to know how microbes work and coexist, how they cause but also cure disease, and how microbial processes can be harnessed to enhance our food supply and create renewable sources of energy. Bacteriology research has made a significant impact on people's lives in Wisconsin for more than a century. From the production of milk and cheese to the brewing industry, a legacy of businesses has been built upon bacterial cultures. Today, the UW-Madison Department of Bacteriology continues to provide the knowledge and talent to run these enterprises, as well as new biotech startups spun off from university research. The department's dual focus on research and scientific education is now more important than ever, ensuring not only the future of scientific inquiry, but also a growing economy.
When you think about it, there isn't anything that we do in biotechnology or in food science or in the state that doesn't touch on bacterial sciences or bacteriology at some level. All the tools and all the pieces are necessary that are studied in a small environment like bacteria are expanded out, and all that knowledge is expanded out to understand other biological systems. So all the skills that they learned at this department now are applicable beyond just bacterial sciences. They're applicable to life sciences, to biotechnology, to therapeutics in the pharmaceutical industry, as well as being able to stay and do that continued research.
The Department of Bacteriology at Wisconsin is one of the top producers of biotech-savvy graduates, and the Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation is the third leading intellectual property generator in the country. With a combination of financial capital, infrastructure, and tax-friendly small business initiative grants, a critical mass of biotechnology companies have begun to thrive in the state.
In a biotech hub, like we've tried to create here in the state of Wisconsin, it's really fueled and run by smart graduate level scientists that can come into that environment, that are excited by it and stimulated by it, such that they can move a company forward. Having those individuals and being able to find a way to keep them here in the state after they've graduated and achieved their doctorate, make them much more readily available to grow a company rapidly as opposed to having to recruit from outside the state. I'd like to keep those people here.
In Wisconsin's new microbial sciences building, companies such as Miller Coors and Kikkoman are also interested in forming a future workforce of Department of Bacteriology graduates. Their efforts have resulted in the creation of a fermentation laboratory for teaching and research. A pilot-scale microbrewery donated by Miller Coors is a recent addition.
We have all these very bright people with different research focuses and different model systems together in a single building, and this is leading to dramatic and very interesting collaborations. There are many different ways that microbes can be used to alter substrates for useful purposes, and in this particular instance, the production of alcoholic beverage.
In a custom brew lab, instructor John Roll leads an upper-level microbiology class in beer making. Students study the science behind every step of the brewing process. They work together in small groups, creating handcrafted styles of beer, doing their best to perfect both the science and art of fermentation. A brew seminar with industry pros helps Roll hone class curricula based on the needs of the microbial economy. At the end of the day, class participants demonstrate what they've learned, inviting the pros to rank their brews in a spirited and scientific tasting competition. These students will contribute to the future workforce of Wisconsin's $7 billion brewing industry.
We provide courses that are unique in this country and maybe in the world for our students to take. And I've had students who have done very well in the biotechnology industries. I have students who are professors at other universities, and I have students who have gone strictly into a teaching career. And all of those are absolutely favorable outcomes as far as I'm concerned in terms of their graduate education.
The Department of Bacteriology at the University of Wisconsin-Madison is at the forefront of undergraduate and graduate science learning. It aims to transform biology education through a new generation of scientists specifically trained to engage students in the classroom and to bring science to the public beyond.
We think it's very appropriate because that's the embodiment of the Wisconsin idea. So what better place to have a graduate training program that not only teaches students how to think and how to do science with their PhD, but also how to do outreach to the public.
The rich teaching tradition in UW-Madison's Department of Bacteriology began generations ago. Many talented faculty have since expanded the field of knowledge, including Professors Elizabeth McCoy, a renowned scientist and teacher, E.B. Fred, a leader in the study of nitrogen fixation, and later president of the university, Ken Raper, a major force in the development of prescription penicillin, and Ira Baldwin, chair of the department and dean of the graduate school. With their colleagues, they have taught generations of teachers who have gone on to transform learning and research not only at Wisconsin, but also at universities across the country and the world.
There are postdoctoral fellows and graduate students, and also a large collection of undergraduates who do research in the labs, and bacteriology has always had a very strong undergraduate research commitment.
Department faculty extend this dedication to training and research to undergraduates. They meet with students one-on-one to discuss a breadth of scientific questions and the methodology needed to answer them. This spirit of discovery includes the labs of emeriti professors, where undergraduates may learn how bacteria deter the hatch of malaria-carrying mosquitoes. They also participate in the labs of current teachers. In the Department of Bacteriology, students in a range of majors get a chance to earn college credit as they help professors explore the workings of the microbial world.
So if we could learn as scientists to do a better job of communicating science results, not only in the written and spoken word, but also with visual images and three-dimensional images, maybe even with music, I think that could only be good. I think there's a terrible underappreciation of how important microbes are in our own internal ecosystems and external ecosystems. So our evolution and our health are driven to a large extent by the microbes that inhabit our bodies and that inhabit the rest of the world.
The department's nationally acclaimed teaching tradition continues with the Wisconsin Program for Scientific Teaching. This recent endeavor focuses on the development of the next generation of instructors. Teaching fellows participate in a graduate-level course that captures the process of discovery in the classroom and challenges scientists to approach teaching with the same level of rigorous critical thinking, creativity, and spirit of experimentation that defines their research.
So that's one of the qualities about this department that I really like. And that is that they don't just teach you to do science, They also teach you how to teach. And most institutions don't do that. It's important to just make it simple so that everyone can understand it. And science is simple. Sometimes we make it complicated. And that's why I find that some students don't like science. Because they think it's complicated, because they think it's too hard.
Teaching fellows complete a semester course on scientific methods of effective teaching and develop their own unit for biology education. With the help of faculty and their peers, they teach their materials to undergraduates, then measure their success with tools that evaluate student learning.
So we provide all this training that is part of the teaching environment. And we also afford our students then the ability to teach in some of the undergraduate and graduate courses that we offer. So it's a very nice marriage of interests and ideas and a promotion for teaching. A lot of students figure out during the process of graduate education what it is they really want to do.
That's where I found out my first semester that I was teaching. I found that this is just amazing. I love students being so interested in learning. So that was just so cool to see your material, students using your material, and it was fulfilling when I found that it worked, that it helped students understand a misconception. That was just great.
Students, when they move out into the world and accept real jobs, will understand the importance of outreach and also will understand how to do it at a constructive level. One of the goals would be to have the public understand at a more visceral level that science is beautiful, and to try and draw them in and get them excited about the research results that we're producing in the labs at the University of Wisconsin.